Welcome to the Salt Circle Podcast. My name is Hank. With me, he's too modest to boast. It's Ben.
I would never boast. And I can't boast in that way because my memory is certainly not photographic. Oh, man.
Talking Season 2 of Justice League Unlimited. It's a banger.
I did to these episodes what I did to the Naruto manga. Like, I went through it. Stayed up until like 2 a.m.
Yeah, once you get into it, at a certain point, you're like, well, I gotta see the fucking next thing.
It's this guy out here disparaging TV seasons that are just one long 9-hour movie. And what did you give me?
Hey, there are episodic adventures in here. There are a couple. They really kind of like, they didn't totally ditch it, but man, we went from like episodic fun to not that so fast. It's true.
Pretty wild. It was very good though. Until it did things I didn't want it to do. It's kind of unfortunate.
Sure.
But,
Yeah. Fucking.
How long? How many months? Of course, hang on. The phone's ringing. I gotta not answer.
It's the president.
It's the It might be. I mean, it might as well.
It's either the president or it's Batman. It's the only two people that have that number.
It's scarier than that. I can't. How many months? How many fucking months? And you knew this Brainiac shit was coming. You're just sitting there.
I mean, always
sitting there, letting me yap about Brainiac being garbage, and you're like, just wait.
Interesting.
Just wait.
Interesting that you think Brainiac's garbage, huh?
This season did, for how incredible it was, it did not change my mind.
Fair.
Like, I feel like the journey is so fucking good, and like the last, like, our fights and all that stuff, like, super good shit happening. That reveal is garbage in my mind. Like, I think it's actively trash, but like, it didn't tarnish the season for me because it was such, I mean, the reason it's bad is because, like, unless I missed something, I didn't have any hints that it might be happening. I didn't pick up on anything that suggested this might be a thing.
Well, there's definitely something up with Luthor. There are plenty of hits that, like,
yeah,
his fucking super strength and his cured cancer is not, like, explained.
Yeah, and it turns out, like, I love my favorite line of Luthor is that's why I was getting super strong. Like, dude didn't even fucking, like, think about it. Like, it infuriated me.
He's beating up the question. He, like, looks at his. I mean, Brainiac was manipulating him partially, right?
Yeah, sure. It's very easy to say. Like, I just found it very silly. In a way that was, like, super.
Yeah. But I love the body horror of it.
The honestly. Body horror bit. Don't get me wrong. That shit was like, oh man, we're just doing this. Like, it was cool. It was all very cool. I just fucking hate Brainiac. Also, where was it? This was another one. I was like, where's Amazo in all this? Like, we're dealing with nanobots. Actually, the nanobots were like maybe my bigger beef than Brainiac. I was like, you shouldn't be allowed to. Don't tell any writers on anything about nanobots because it just turns into this and the MCU. Not a nanobot fan because it's just like they can do fucking anything. I guess, like, it's just nanobots, baby.
That's Metal Gear, baby.
I mean, it sucks. It's just like that's.
Wow.
Okay. Also, Amazo's not nanobots anymore, so he could have taken them, presumably.
They don't have his number.
They don't. Yeah, that's get Amazo. We can't. I lost his number. It went through the wash.
He's still trying to figure out how to beat
Grundy.
Yeah.
Can't figure it out.
Yeah. He's just nobody. He didn't come back yet. He's just chilling.
He already copied Hot Girl's mace, but he's got no clue.
He can't. Yeah. Also, like sending him to a different fucking dimension is like not a thing, I guess.
Look, when you have mystical powers beyond, everything is a thing to solve with mystical powers, not a mace.
Yeah. No, I think my big thing, it's not even that it's a Brainiac reveal. It's just that it feels, it's not you're leading up towards this thing, and then like Brainiac just kind of T-bones it, you know? And we still get like the conclusion of all the Amanda Waller stuff and Cadmus and like the whole project and the Justice League kind of toeing the line with Justice Lord territory, right? And we're getting this thing like, oh, they're teaming up with Lex Luthor. President's not enough for him, but like he's doing all this stuff to piss off Superman. We have like all this stuff, and it's all leading to this. And then like you get like the few bumps of Luthor getting superpowers or whatever, and then like just suddenly pow. And it didn't, I don't know, it didn't feel good. It felt like it was doing a disservice to that line a bit.
Nah, felt good to me.
I mean,
because this is a world where finally supervillains are real. Like we're doing what if superheroes were real and they had to deal with problems, and then they go at the end, but also that means supervillains are real. So shit's gonna get fucking weird. And the Justice League's gonna save the day. The heroes are gonna save the day in the end from the super evil.
Yeah.
And it's fine.
One of the funnier things. Look, I'm so.
And I think that's good.
Yeah, sure. Again, it just felt like it came on too suddenly. For me, is mostly the thing. I would have enjoyed more of a thread to that.
Oh,
longer ago.
They set it up all those episodes ago.
Did they
definitely planned the whole time?
Yeah,
it definitely wasn't.
Yeah.
It was definitely
like, how do you think you survived a direct impact from this beam? I'm like, and I'm thinking to myself, I don't know, because fucking everybody survives everything. Like, average assholes are taking steel beams to the face and like getting up afterwards. Like people are built different in this universe, man. You could survive fucking anything. Until you suddenly cannot. But, yeah. I'd rather, like, the ride there is so fucking good, though. Like, I was literally, I felt like when I was watching, like, fucking Berserk for the first time, and, like, you get to that point, you're like, I'm staying up. Except that point was so, with Berserk, it was, like, the last 4 or 5 episodes or something of, like, that whole series. With this, it's like I'm on episode 4, and then I watched like another couple. I'm like, should probably go to. I was like getting ready to go to bed. I'm like, fuck it, I'm just doing it, and I watched the rest of it. Just sat down and fucking watched. Oh my god, it's so good.
Yeah, it's really from like episode 3.
Yeah, it's
then
so
leads
early.
into episode 4, which then leads into episode 5. Even though episode 5 is kind of its own thing. And then you get episode 6.
Yeah, dude, how can
you? And then you get episode 7.
Yeah, like you just can't. Like you just fucking can't.
And then like episode 8, that's whatever. And then episode 9, and then you're fucking in. Then
see, I think it was like
there's cliffhangers all the way down.
Yeah, it was like
until epilogue.
It was like 6, I think. I think it was 6 that I was like. 6 was like, all right, I need to watch one more, and then I watched, and then it was like 12:30 or something. I watched episode 7, where you get like the Superman Luthor stuff, and I'm like, I guess I'm just fucking finishing this whole thing tonight.
I love Question and Huntress,
dude. It's
They're
so
my
good.
Fucking favorite.
They're great.
When he steals the fucking in the later episode when he steals the Cadmus download, and he's like, and Huntress is like, "Oh, that leaves your evening free," and he's like, "I've got 3 terabytes of data to go through," and she gets mad and grabs it, and he's like, dinner and a movie." And she's like shoves it into like her fucking pants.
So good, dude.
Good.
Oh, that's great. That
also, in that first episode, it's like, why did you go through all this to help me? Because I like you.
It's so good, dude. And she's just like, and then like 2 seconds later, she's like, "Baby doll, where are you?"
Green Arrow's like, "Question, why are you doing this?" He's like, "You wouldn't believe me if I told you."
Yeah, right. I feel like you would believe him, of all people. There were so many good, like little relationship things in this batch too.
Yes,
I honestly, as fun as it is, dumping on Brainiac, it's always a good time. I'm always down to shit on Brainiac. This is like, I think the best. This might be. I'm coming off of a high. It might be my favorite batch since like the first Batman stuff, like the first the season pre.
I mean, this is the season that everyone's chasing, right? Like the reason all the plot is the way it is in My Adventures with Superman is because people saw this season.
Dude,
I was like, government stuff, that's the best.
When I was I'm like, it would have been interesting. It's interesting no matter what, but I was watching this, I'm like, holy fuck. Like, this is just, the context for My Adventures with Superman is crazy now. I think it is interesting that it's still interesting that I saw that first, and then I get this, and I'm like, oh, this is just better.
Oh, Amanda Waller is a great character. Why does she suck so much? And why is she so boring in My Adventures with Superman?
Because the origin is worse. It's such a garbage origin, like. I guess not full origin story, but like the origin of her hatred or whatever. Like,
well, she's just fucking evil in that show. And here she's not evil.
I think it's like a 2-part, because she's definitely more evil in My Adventures with Superman, but I think that amount of evil also kind of flips to make her seem more stupid. Like she becomes blind by it in a way that makes it like go past logic, whereas here it's a much more real thing, right? Like,
yeah,
especially because the context is also like, I would almost feel like the version of her would, not that it'd be good, but it would kind of make more sense in this setting, because like the Justice League has a fucking army and an orbital cannon, as opposed to it's just Superman, who has thus far done absolutely nothing, and it's just him, and it's like crazy amounts of hatred.
Yeah.
Also, it was not lost on me that we also, like, it's Brainiac both times. I'm getting fucking pounded here, man. I can't escape. This one was also cooler. Like, it was more interesting. I like the aesthetics.
You finally got to have a big Brainiac ship that's shaped like his head. Yeah, that's important,
dude. When he was like, "Now I'm prepared,"
and he's like, "I was not prepared for this battle. Giant explosion. Now I am prepared."
Yeah, that was so fucking funny, and they just immediately take it down. It's like, it wasn't a distraction.
Yeah.
Also,
sure
fucking
Brainiac always has a backup plan.
He's
always on to plan to be.
We got Superman confronting Professor Hamilton, which was funny. Like, because it's so fucking on the nose about it too. It's like, one little time and that's it. That was enough.
The chicken or the egg, Superman.
That's stupid. It's just fucking funny. Oh man. God. I mean, I guess let's get into
Lucifer
episode.
was an angel too, wasn't he?
Fucking. You know what? You're stupid. Like, fucking dork.
Weasel.
Also, I mean, I guess before getting into episode by episode stuff, again with my adventures, contrast with my adventures with Superman. I don't know if I like the. I think doing like Power Girl in this the way they do here is. I think it's better than what we got in my adventures with Superman, but I think if there were changes to like evil Supergirl in that show, I would prefer that. But like I can see, it made me think of it. You're still kind of getting like what would Kara be like if she was bad or whatever.
I guess I don't even think of it that way. Weirdly, like her costume is clearly a Power Girl reference, but like she's just its own thing.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's not like it's not as parallel or anything, but like because I'd see,
and we've had so much of Supergirl as a character also.
True. Very true. Yeah. I mean, I guess hop into episode 1 though.
Mm-hmm.
We
finally get our payoff for Green Arrow being fucking super attracted to Black Canary.
Being down bad.
Uh-huh.
She was like, she's fucking great.
Yes. Uh-huh. True.
And I was so like, I don't know, just all of her shit. The flirting is like so good.
Uh-huh.
It's like, I've noticed you around. She's like, I've noticed you've noticed me or whatever. Like, I mean, I sent you the fucking thing with like when they were fighting and then when she was fighting the guys. I don't know why I thought of it, but like there was I forget what percentage, but like a very significant portion of polled adult males think they could take Serena Williams in a tennis game. And like there's a fucking copy pasta that someone made where it's like, I take the court, I smile to my opponent, she doesn't smile back, she'd be prettier if she did. Serena serves, the ball passes cleanly through my skull, killing me instantly. Like that's all I can fucking think of when she's fighting people. And then when she fucking baits him, she's like, oh, like let's spar, and she's just being shit. It's so funny.
It's fucking wild. For one, tennis is incredibly hard.
Oh yeah, dude.
And two, Serena is a power player.
Yeah, no
in a way
shit.
that like
no shit, man.
Other people's tennis players aren't. She just fucking wins on the serve.
The thing was, I mean, the ridiculous
the way only
thing,
the best male tennis players do.
I mean, there was a thing like, I think her and her sister at one point, like they've taken on like some of the professional male tennis players, and they can get up to a point, but like I don't think they're going. If I remember correctly, they're not getting up to like the very top people, right? There is a gap there. But like the people in this poll weren't tennis players. They were just fucking assholes.
Morons.
Yeah. I've never picked up a racket, but like I could probably take a professional woman tennis player.
That's so ridiculous.
Right? Dude,
you could only think that if you never picked up a tennis racket.
Dude, it's insane. I played tennis for a hot minute, and like I'm not even good, like I can play. I can get the ball over the net sometimes. It's pretty good. But like it's fucking,
I could fucking take Jay Wong and Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yeah, fucking let me rip. It'll go well.
I've never played it, but I could take it.
Yeah. It's so let me on the doyo. I could take Hakuo.
Fucking yeah, like just an all-time great athlete.
And you have a rough idea of how the sport works, and you're like, I could do this. I mean, really,
it's like saying you could fight a bear.
I mean, look. I also think a lot. It doesn't. I mean, I don't think the parallels come up in Justice League or any of the DC animated stuff, but it comes up sometimes in real life where I think about how Mike Tyson at one point legitimately wanted to set up a fight with a gorilla. The man wanted to die. Like,
I mean, he's legitimately insane.
Yeah, sure, but like it's still the fucking. Do you understand how strong, dude?
But he's also a showman.
You'll get one punched. I know, but he wanted to die on camera. You're not coming out of that fight if the gorilla manages to hit you. Like, you're out forever. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but he's Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I know, but like that's the same difference, you know. Mike Tyson v. Gorilla is like just as bad as me versus any professional athlete, pretty much. I mean, assuming the gorilla hits him. The difference is that I don't.
I give him much more of a shot than you.
Dude against a gorilla? No.
Yeah. Did you against a professional athlete?
Absolutely not. He'd probably break his hand.
More odds.
More odds. No. Equally bad odds.
In his prime, more odds.
No.
I mean, now, no.
I mean, yeah, obviously. That's insane. That's crazy talk. I think maybe now he doesn't want to fight a gorilla, which is probably better. Anyway.
Well, that's,
now
I'm just thinking of Super Punch-Out for the Wii. Where Little Mac fights Donkey Kong.
Hell yeah.
Little Mac, who did beat Mike Tyson, has also beaten Donkey Kong, so.
That's different. Donkey Kong's a bitch. He's not a gorilla, he's a Kong.
He wears a tie.
Yeah.
He's just like us. He listens to his boombox and wears a tie.
He
just like me.
He goes on quests for crystal coconuts.
Ugh. No, he's got to get his banana horde back. That's the true quest.
I mean, it can be both.
No. Just the banana horde is the best.
I don't know, man. There's a whole show about that crystal coconut. Did you even watch it?
It's bad. I mean, it's just awful. It's fucking really bad.
Wrong. That show's a gem.
It's bad. It looks bad.
Oh, it looks. It's like fucking.
Is
peak,
bad.
It's fucking peak garbage. I love it. Anyway, Hank, circle back. We're turning into a Kongcast.
You're
I was just making
bringing up horseshit.
I was just making the thing I thought of.
You're nonsense.
It's not nonsense. How is it nonsense?
Nonsense.
How is it nonsense? I was watching Black Canary beat the shit out of people. You know. And then
she lets Green Arrow win.
Yeah, no, I know.
And then she punches him across the room.
Yeah, no, I know. And it was great. Like, she wanted to, because she did the classic, like, if I beat you, then you have to do this. And he's like, okay. Mm-hmm. And then it turns out she could beat him the whole time. You got played, idiot.
He did get played.
And we got...
He had to pay for those tickets.
We got... Oh, my God. We got another flaming skull.
We did.
Just a stacked amount of flaming skulls in this show.
Mm-hmm. Flaming skulls just getting punched all over the place.
They're getting bopped. Flaming skull. We had like we went through our intelligent gorilla era. Now we're in the flaming skull era. It's the new hotness.
I mean, people love Ghost Rider.
I mean, it's a good look. It's cool. I think it's fucking cool.
Yeah. True. This is not my favorite Flaming Skull character, but
yeah, no, I mean, he's just kind of there. The skull cracking was sick. Like, punching it so hard that it starts cracking up, and then we get our thing. We get the big deal.
Wildcat, the guy who fights.
Wildcat. He just had.
That's his thing.
He's
the guy who fights.
The guy who fights.
He's a kitty cat, man.
He's just wearing a cat. Yeah, he's just a guy in a fucking cat costume.
Mm-hmm. Not to be. He's totally different character than Catman. Don't get those confused. That's a different character.
Yeah. I mean, I thought it was a pretty solid episode. I think most of the stuff I liked was just like the Green Arrow, Black Canary, like developing that dynamic.
Totally.
And how he completely fucking misread her situation with Wildcat. Just fucking... Dude made hella assumptions. He's like, you're lying, or you flirted with me, da-da-da. And she's like, doesn't all have to be fake? That's good shit. Also,
Green Arrow saving the day by getting his ass fucking kicked.
Dude, fucking Wildcat seeing what he presumed was a dead body that he had done, like, that's such a fucking... It really hit. Like, him just immediately, like, what have I become? And the fact that it ends with him, like, doing therapy, like, he's gonna... you need to talk about this shit. Like, just because you want to stop doesn't mean it's going to be... That's crazy. I love it. Like, I was... Never in a million years would I have expected them to hit that, but it's so fucking good.
It is. That's true.
And he's like, this is going to be harder than any fight that I've had or whatever. And it's like, yeah, dude. It's going to be a bitch, but it's so good. Very solid.
Yeah. And Green Arrow and Black Canary kiss.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it was a solid episode.
Yeah.
And then we get
another
solid
our Mr. Miracle, Big Barda, and Flash. Flash is here.
Flash gets to fucking talk. I do like that the first stuff of him talking is everybody going, shut the fuck up. Also,
he has some line about how he's been busy with Central City stuff or something.
Yeah, like something like, I'm like, it's so fucking, like, man, just he hasn't said a word for a whole season. I'll be real. My standout for this episode, I mean, Big Barda is great, and Mr. Miracle is really fun, but God damn it, Granny Goodness is just so good in this show. Like, it's so fucking, her voice actor is so fucking good.
Yes, Ed Asner is fucking killing it.
It's perfect. And that was honestly it's funny because I think some of the other times we've seen her, those episodes have maybe been better, but this was like the most Granny talking we got in a long time. So I was like loving it because it's just fantastic. Oh, the Vermin Wunderbar, just kind of fucking there.
Yep.
I guess he doesn't seem like a. I mean, I didn't see his rise to power. I don't know what he's working with, but like, he just looks like a fucking guy. It's like, it's very weird. I don't know. It felt kind of wonky, but it was great getting to watch everybody kick ass.
Yeah. this is our fun adventure episode
Yeah.
for the season, really. We've got someone's in trouble. We got to save them. Although it does end with we have to maintain this political quagmire, so it doesn't get out of control.
Yeah,
it's like we need the apocalypse to remain in conflict, so their fucking flame war stays quarantined and doesn't spread to the rest of the Discord or whatever.
Yeah, it's
we have to continue to let them kill each other in the politics channel, so that stuff doesn't spread.
Fucking messy.
Corrupt the other channels.
True, very true. Yeah, I mean, it's just messy. But I mean, that's like the fucking theme of the whole season, so it fits.
Yep. Yeah, it is on theme in an episode that's mostly just fun, doing stuff on Apocalypse and
Yeah,
death traps, escaping.
yeah, man.
Flash being great.
Flash getting to do stuff.
Big Barda being amazing.
Big Barda just kicking ass.
Yeah.
The bit where there's all the dudes and Big Barda and Calabac are fighting, and Mr. Miracle's like, oh, don't take away their fun. Like, we're just beating the shit out of all these people. Robots? Were those robots at that point? I think those were robots.
I don't know.
I think that's the bit where Flash is like, I love beating up robots, and Mr. Miracle's like, nah, let them have their fun or whatever.
Flash is saying, it's great, this is robots.
We can tear their heads off. That bit from Ninja Turtles is gonna live in my mind for eternity.
Robots?
They're robots! Wow. Immediately they start fucking stabbing them and cutting them up and blowing them up and shit. Oh, it's beautiful. One of the most beautiful sequences of animation I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. Yeah, this episode was very fun. It had the shit that I like.
Yeah.
And
then we get Batman accosting Amanda Waller in her shower.
Yeah. Well, he hands her a towel. He's helpful.
He doesn't leave the bathroom.
No.
But, you know, they've got stuff to talk about. He then starts listing her personal history to her.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to flex because she knows about him and he knows about her, right?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Even though hers seems a little more impressive. I think the stuff he said is generally common knowledge, like the school she went to and the fact that she's not in the public eye. Like,
yeah. I mean, the fact that she's been doing illegal cute clothing shit.
Yeah.
She doesn't need that heat.
Oh, totally. I think it's more, it's funnier. I mean, the fact that he's in her fucking house, but then also when is it this episode? No, it's not. I don't think it's this episode. When he calls the fucking special telephone. Or is it this episode? I think it is this episode when he calls the special, because it's about the missile, isn't it?
Yes, it's about the missile.
So it is this episode.
Yeah.
And she's like, how the fuck did you get this number? Like, there's like supposed to be one or two people on Earth and Batman fucking rings you up.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
That shit's so good.
It's incredible.
Just like every time they're like, no, we know fucking everything about Cadmus. We actually have it all figured out already.
Yeah.
They're just like not fucking moving. Yeah.
This episode is great.
Well, I like that. This is your thing where like Batman comes to like what I want to know what you think you're doing, and then Amanda Waller makes a good fucking point.
Yeah.
And Batman's like grumble, grumble, and leaves.
Dude, Batman is like I like how he's the fucking star. He's just like Batman's just like, you know, you have fucking Superman on your squad, and yet Batman's like he's the glue.
He is the most popular character.
Yeah. That tracks. He's just fucking great.
We got the return of Professor Milo.
Yeah, dude. And he gets immediately shit. Dude, that fucking sequence of him imagining just open firing on the entire
That shit's fucking
it's
wild.
Brutal.
You just imagine pulling out a gun and shooting them.
But it's a laser gun, so it's fine.
As he's being fired.
Yeah, and then it cuts and like, you can leave now. Fucking just walks. Him fucking getting immediately killed. Like
your problem's solved.
Your problem's solved. She's like, I'll have his hide. It's like, you're too late, actually. God.
I like that he mentions Professor Langstrom's research has been useful. Professor Langstrom was the guy who became Man-Bat.
Incredible.
Beginning of animated series.
Yeah, would not have that. There were some things I recognized as like a callback, but I just had no idea.
Yeah,
I didn't really go out of my way.
Yeah,
I
Professor
did.
Milo was in one episode of Batman the Animated Series.
I did catch
Wolfmen.
Caught like a couple of very quick things that we'll get to, which made me happy.
Hell yeah!
Any little victory with my memory.
And then we get our Superman versus Doomsday fight,
which was fucking great. I mean, the fight was pretty good, but like the fact that he's so overwhelmed that he tries to do the thing again, like it was, you know, it's a fucking moment.
Yep. And they only have him do it because it's not going to work, right?
Oh, totally. Yeah, no, 100%. Like, even before he did it, I noticed that thing there, and I'm like,
yeah,
it feels a little telegraphed.
Can't beat me the same way twice.
So they just send him to the Phantom Zone or whatever. It's fine.
You'll wish you killed me.
Big, I'll bite you to death energy. Like he's a head buried. Yeah. The stuff with Batman and the missile was also fucking cool as hell.
Mm-hmm.
You
have a fucking nuke.
Yeah. Well, and I think I've said before that it can't be. It's not. I'll make the general statement, but like, it has to be done right. I like a sense of urgency. Mm-hmm. If that really hits for me, and in this it did. I mean, like shit. Turn A Gundam is a sense of urgency, but that's a more drawn out thing, right? This is immediate.
Yeah.
And it fucking hits. Like Batman being like, he's not even going Mach 2, like he's not gonna get there, and he's fucking shoving people out of the way and telling him to clear the thing, and he just fucking goes straight down. It is fucking good. Really good. And Waller being like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like,
yeah.
Like the fact that it's like we get a few things like that where she's like, you can tell that she's not fully like insane or whatever. Like she
doesn't fully process the people who are around her.
Yeah, that's true.
Like she's willing to do whatever it takes, but she like just has not worked out that like the people around her are going to make bad choices.
I mean, look, I know you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, but we're in an animated comic book adaptation. you can judge some of those books by their cover pretty easily. Wow, this sorceress woman with a dark color palette and a tattoo on her chest seems super trustworthy and capable. Bring her on.
You gotta give people, take them at their word and give them a second chance, just like Captain Marvel says, you just gotta give people the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, man.
Put your hands on your hips. You're a superhero. You're a good guy.
Could you imagine Waller with her hands on her hips and like fucking hero?
No, I imagine her making coffee, which is also why it's great. Because dude, you just hit that scene of her waking up.
Yeah,
being a normal human.
I mean, no, she's like at least above average. Dude, her fucking alarm went off and she snapped up.
It's true.
Like. I think about doing that because I know in my head it's like good to regulate your rhythms, but here I am on my phone for 45 minutes before doing anything. Yeah.
She's got TV to watch.
True. No, this episode, I mean, this was like, it's our hook, right? For like the next like 10 episodes or whatever.
Yep.
Getting into the meat. You get Batman talking about like fucking makes sense that people are scared of us. At least in theory. I think
passing judgment. Sending someone to the Phantom Zone, even if it is a fucking monster.
Man, is it is it later that we get I can't tell. I can't remember what episode it is because we get these themes are so reoccurring in a good way. But Green Lantern talking about how like he doesn't have powers and like Superman and the people with powers like fucking terrify him because.
That's at the end.
Is it at the end? Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have fit in like any of these, right? Like just that conversation just permeates.
Yeah, I think that's right before the gun fires on Earth.
Oh yeah, true. Right.
When Superman wants to go take down Cadmus immediately.
Yes.
Yeah. But this is where we have like really fucking pissed off Batman at the end.
Yeah, dude. Him.
You don't get to joke.
Dude,
Not
that
today.
Oh my god, that whole fucking scene. Holy shit.
You know me. Yeah, I do. Jesus. This is also apparently when they didn't know necessarily how they were going to end this season, and they thought about having Batman side with Cadmus at some point, but they couldn't figure out a way to do it without making Batman the bad guy. So they didn't do it.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't do it without like making one side look bad.
Yeah.
So they never went that far with it.
The thought did cross my mind at one point, like
because like in Kingdom Come, like Batman is on like the human side, right?
Dude,
like there's
so
a lot
many,
of Kingdom Come
there were
references.
So
in
many
here.
times watching this season where I'm like, man, Kingdom Come is also being real relevant as a thing that I can draw on.
Yes.
In so much like. Just kind of want to read Kingdom Come again. I wish I had physical fucking comics that I could leaf through. It'd be pretty neat.
True.
Because, like, I don't necessarily want to read the whole thing. I want to flip through to, like, parts.
Yeah.
Check them out. Yeah.
And we get like our more official Luthor is running for president thing.
Yeah. I mean the next episode, Justice League headquarters gets heisted.
We get the return of the Clock King.
I was very excited about Clock King. I was very unexcited about the fact that most of the Justice League's problems stem from lack of security and lack of like IT security. Lack of cybersecurity rather. Like I suppose it's easy to just headcanon that it's the fucking Justice League. Like they'll be able to detect problems, but like you're really just beaming up whoever's at that location at the right time. There's nothing. There's no checks. Like, okay.
So much staff.
I thought we were going to
get... They mostly talk their way in.
I mean, yeah. Also, we got the weird fucking thing of like, I guess you'll have to tell Jean that we're the reason we're late. And he's like, oh my God. Like Jean's going to fucking... torture him like he's a evil person. I'm like, okay, I guess. I mean, realistically, if I was the good guy in a show where there's clear lines between good guys and bad guys most of the time, I feel like as a good guy, I would be like, yeah, thank you for taking the time to not just let random assholes into our important thing. But that's just me.
Yeah, but
maybe Jean is different. Maybe he's like, get it fucking done, mortal. Idiot.
I mean, he is in get it done mode this whole season.
Yeah, sure,
to
but
be fair.
I don't know that he's that get it done. He's in get stuff done, but I don't think he's like
he's in we can't trust him. I want to wipe this guy's mind of his last 2 years at the end of this episode.
Yeah, but that was after this happened.
I think he's high strung this whole by his position.
Sure.
I would say.
Yeah. I mean, not all, but a lot of them are.
Uh-huh.
And they're
except
fucking,
like the Flash. The Flash isn't.
He's keeping it. I mean, I don't want to fucking mispronounce her name. What's Hawkgirl's name?
Shiera.
I was gonna say Shiera. Because she's not Hawkgirl anymore. She's not. She doesn't seem terribly. We don't get her being very high strung about the overall situation.
No, she wears her heart on. That's actually there was a good quote Dwayne McDuffie gave where he really liked writing her because she wears her heart on her sleeve. Like if she doesn't like you, or you'll fucking know it.
Yeah,
she doesn't. When she's in a scene works because she's very direct and upfront with her feelings.
Yeah, man. Not here to fuck around.
Yeah. But she has her own fucking. She has her issues.
Oh, she has stuff going. I'm not saying she doesn't have stuff going on, but she's like not focused on. We don't get
Flash
her
has
focusing on
the great line when he's confronted with evil Flash trying to get into his securities. He's like, "No, I do matter. I gotta share at the table. I'm gonna put my logo on it."
Hell yeah, dude!
Bam. Done. Insecurity defeated.
Yeah. That was very funny. That whole fight was great. But we'll get there.
We'll get there, but just Flash.
I
love Flash.
Oh yeah, man.
But yeah, I love this episode because it's just a heist.
I do like. See, that's the thing. I fucking hate that it's like the Justice League getting heisted, and in such a like. Our security is like we just used the most classic line of all time that Jean used on fucking Mongol or his Mongol staff, right? It was Mongol, right? I'll just tell Mongol that you gotta do blah, blah, blah. And that makes sense.
Yeah, it just works.
You want to tell fucking Mongol that he's like, hell no.
No.
I don't want to fucking block his stuff. But I love a good heist. I can't fucking deny I love a good heist. And the fact that the clock
so they're only this episode's Task Force S. Task Force X is the Suicide Squad also for reference.
Oh, okay. Yeah, did not know.
And the whole gimmick of the Suicide Squad was like, I think they would go on missions and fucking someone would die. Like one of these no-name villains would fucking eat it. And one of them fucking eats it on this.
Yeah.
They just do the thing. Whereas now the Suicide Squad is like color for characters and it's Harley Quinn.
Yeah. See, that's what I know the Suicide Squad is.
Yeah, they've just like completely changed what it is. Where
Sure.
it's like the Harley Quinn and others show. Which, it's just a different thing.
Yeah. No, it's, I wouldn't have known that it was this or more of this.
Mm-hmm.
And the Annihilator is annihilating.
True.
The fight, I really liked the fight in this episode. Like when they're escaping, we just get all of the. Actually, I mean, this season in general, like the fights are so fucking good.
True.
And, like, people are getting fucking hit, dude. And like sometimes it's when it's like Superman and like Captain Atom or Captain Marvel and stuff, like they get to beat the shit out of each other because they can take a beating, right? Or like Doomsday.
Yeah.
But like even just the average people here are just like fucking hitting, and they're letting it rip, and it's great. And just like, is choreographed the term? Like they're choreographed.
Choreography,
well. Yeah. And it's just they just look good. They feel good. They feel weighty without like as funny as Lex getting hit with the beam and like how would you have survived? And there is a little right. It's like it's still animated. These hits are still like if I got one of these hits, I'm like good, but like fuck it. Well, you get hit a bunch and you're still popping, but it doesn't get to the point where it's like really like you're standing up. It strikes that perfect balance, and that's like a theme for like a lot of these fights.
Yeah. Because it's like a thing of like when the shows were the standards for kids shows on network television, they didn't really want you to see direct punches like that, right?
Yeah.
Whereas by the time they're making this show, they're making it for Cartoon Network. It's like targeting a little older audience, and there's like a lot of anime influence on stuff. So, like people have seen Dragon Ball at this point, so
you can't undo.
Gotta fucking let it rip.
That cat's out of the bag.
We know how fucking good that shit can be, okay?
Yeah. I'm just fucking imagining like a conversation with the network censors or whatever. It's like, you can't show them getting punched that much. Sir, have you seen Dragon Ball? Have you seen what they do in that show?
They had to heavily edit it to put it on TV.
But it's fucking good.
Yeah.
Get a lot of cool shit. They pulled on Vigilante a little too much for me. Like they just kind of settled on like, fuck it, we're doing him. And it's fine.
They never put Vigilante and Batman on a squad together, because I feel like that would be. Then you're really starting like, fucking Vigilante, really? The guy who just shoots guns?
Yeah.
And Batman, the guy who is completely opposed to guns? Yeah. Interesting.
No, I just find him kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like as a concept. I mean, his character, like the The episode.
It's extra weird because we had our whole Western episode.
I know,
and he wasn't in that one.
Yeah, and that he could have had some good bits in that because of his shtick.
Yep.
But also, it's just like there's so many.
But we get like
characters.
a lot of fights with Atom Smasher, but he doesn't like even have a voice actor. He never talks.
It's Vigilante and who's the knight?
Shiny Knight.
Yeah, great. Like they come up fucking constantly, and it's weird.
Well, because it's funny to have the cowboy with guns and the guy who's just a knight with a sword.
Hank, I've seen that lady with green fire hair walking around. Where the fuck is she? Where's her episode? The people demand it, okay? The people of 2024 demand that this show from 2005 feature different characters. And how dare they? Yeah, he just keeps coming up. He's just always there.
I think she's in like the first episode of the next season.
Nice. I mean, we get to see her do fighting stuff.
Yeah,
and a lot of people we get to see a lot of people do fighting stuff.
Amazo grabbed her and said, "Your bravery is admirable but annoying."
Yeah. This is the episode where Jean gets torn in half, right?
Yes.
Yeah, dude.
Tears him in half.
I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, immediately I was like, my God, he's dead. And then like instantaneously,
he just turns into a gas.
Yeah, I'm like, surely that is just not going to matter, or they wouldn't have let this happen, because like that's fucking brutal. But I didn't know. I wasn't expecting it. They just fucking tore him in half. They just pulled him apart.
Mm-hmm. I do also like that they have him turn into like that snake monster that he turned into when he was fighting the Justice Lord's one, but he just turns into the evil one that the Justice Lord John turned into. He doesn't turn into the good one that doesn't look as evil.
Well,
he just has the mean face.
He also does the thing where he phases his arm through what's his name and fucking makes it solid. Like that's horror. And then the dude is just like limping, like he's fucked up. Like that's horrifying.
Hey, it could have been worse.
I mean, that's like a thing too, like across the board in a lot of these, like they are being much more brutal about how they take care of fights. Mm-hmm. And maybe part of that is because they're just like pushing it a little bit more, right? Like outside of the show. But it also kind of works in universe with the themes that we're getting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, totally. What if we didn't fuck around as much and we just took care of it?
Yeah. Getting fed up.
Yeah.
It's like when you've done this a million times, you're just like fucking let it rip.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I honestly thought the end of this episode was going to be, I don't know. I thought we were going to get more out of it. Specifically, like when he's like, we can't trust anyone. And it like does the fucking shot of like all of the staff walking around. I really thought that was going to be more of a thing.
No, they just can't trust anyone. That idea is just in your head.
Yeah.
Just sit with it.
I thought like honestly what I thought was going to come of it was like they don't have any staff, like they just have they like diminish that and it's like just the people with powers or whatever, and then that maybe becomes a thing. But it's, I mean, and the idea is enough, right? Like we don't need it. But
well, that's a thing I actually like about this season, is that they're pushing and they're like making you think about this stuff, but they're also just they're only going to push it so far.
Yeah.
Like they're not going to
for
break
sure.
this is the Justice League and they're the heroes and they're going to fight the evil thing at the end. Like,
yeah.
Cuz I've read comics where you could take it further and it's not good to do that. That just makes it worse, honestly.
Yeah.
The guardrails are actually important and good. And like pushing on them is fun, but they exist for a reason. In these kind of superhero stories, IMO.
Oh yeah,
particularly if you have fucking Superman there,
who's also being a dick.
That's true.
And we get another fun episode. Generally,
you get the return of Felix Faust.
Yeah, dude, she like Tala just fucking like, all right, I'll just repeat this shit. Just immediately got.
It is very funny. After that whole mission for Task Force X, and it just leads to another problem for the Justice League. Some other fucking nonsense.
Yeah, I do think. I mean, it was a fun episode just in that we got fucking Wonder Woman and Shira like doing
like
shit.
The best part of this episode are their character interactions.
Yeah,
Flash tricking them into
fucking is it Tuesday?
It's fucking Flash going, I had lunch with two beautiful ladies.
What a weird fucking brag. Flash, chill.
He puts his hand in food and then starts licking his hand.
Yeah, between his cursed.
Uh-huh.
There was one thing that I didn't understand from this, or I either don't remember or it hasn't come up and we just got a little taste of it and I just don't know about it. Wonder Woman's mom says something. I mean, she unlocks her like full power, right, with like the lasso of truth. That I understood. I know about the lasso. She said like she stole the armor. I don't know what's up with that.
Yeah.
Or, like,
in the first episode of Justice League. She steals it to go help fight the Martian invasion.
Oh fuck, I don't remember that at all.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one just didn't stick in the brain, I guess. Because I was like, when the fuck did she steal it?
Literally the first episode.
Yeah. Well, that's like an eternity ago. Do you know how much content I've taken in since then?
Read all of Naruto since then now.
I've read like 4 Rumiko Takahashi series, man. And Naruto. And 11 novels. That Justice League. Ugh.
Yep. That's where it's from.
Yeah, okay.
You did just not remember.
Yeah. And I've been, I know there's always a chance I forget, but also it did seem like a thing that they could be dropping a seed of to come back to or something, Because occasionally,
not in this case.
Yeah. I keep my mind open.
They finally turned on the lasso of truth.
Yeah. The stuff with Hermes was good. Stuff with Zeus interest. I mean, I like that the gods are coming up because that's cool.
Yeah. I don't like the Hades being Wonder Woman's dad thing.
That's weird.
That's unnecessary.
It's weird.
Yeah. And I don't like it in the same way I don't like the thing that happens at the end of this season.
Oh, yeah.
For the same reasons. It's just like, who cares? This isn't interesting.
Yeah.
And your whole story about it is how, like, it doesn't actually matter. So.
Yeah, it's such a weird... Yeah.
It's like, why?
Yeah. I don't know. It was.
That's
not
like
worth.
just. I mean, it's just connecting dots that like you don't.
That didn't need to be connected.
Yeah, they didn't even connect it to anything. Wonder Woman was forged from clay by Hippolyta. That's fine. That's enough.
Yeah.
You don't need to do literally anything else with it.
Dude, in fucking I love the ending between Wonder Woman and Shayera about like, are we good? She's like, we're like oil and vinegar. we go well together, but we don't mix.
Uh-huh.
It's like that's fucking
no
that's
makeouts
great.
for them.
Damn. My ship. Whatever. Anything is canon in my fanfic.
It's true. You could just name it oil and
Oil and
water. Whatever.
oil and vinegar.
Yeah.
I can confirm those things do go well together, though. I put them in salads.
Hell yeah.
It's good shit.
Felix Faust takes over Tartarus and is then like, I'm going to read all these fucking books.
Yeah, he's like, there's so many books here.
Also, the Evil Dead reference with the Necronomicon.
Yeah.
And then Faust is like, I could read the fucking fake Don Quixote, the true dark tomes, much more evil than the Necronomicon.
I just like that they fucking burn all of the shit. My books!
He's like, I don't read anymore anyway.
Who has time to read these days? Like, I feel it.
It's kind of fucked up.
He just had the books. He wasn't going to read them. It's like me with video games.
I don't know, but
I
it's
just
like burning the Library of Alexandria.
Nah. They were evil books. I mean, there's a fucking quandary. Do you keep all of the evil books that a sorcerer could, in theory, do all that shit with?
No, you don't keep all the evil books.
The true loss that they
fine.
that they didn't talk about in this episode. There wasn't time. Very robust cookbook section with recipes that are now gone forever. That's the tragedy that happened off screen.
All I'm thinking about is how George Lucas refused to give Library of Congress pre-special edition Star Wars. He didn't give them a copy until post-special edition.
Yep. Fucked up. Yeah.
I like the joke about Zeus. Wait, Zeus is telling me to go. Zeus is telling me to go to what? Yes.
Yeah, dude. That was funny.
She's like, Felix Faust is up to no good. Felix Faust is dead. Yeah, and he's pretty mad about it.
Oh, yeah, those bits were great.
And I like Hades picking up the little tiny Felix Faust head at the end.
Little spirit.
Good stuff.
Yeah, man. We get and
then we get Double Date.
Double Date.
Written by Gail Simone, who's wrote a lot of good comics, including many Birds of Prey comics with Huntress and Black Canary in them.
Why does she sound familiar?
She's also the one who started the blog Women in Refrigerators.
Nice. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I wonder. That's why I think she might have done one of the better Red Sonja runs.
Sure.
Because that's what, when I saw the name, I'm like, is she that person? She did do some Red Sonja, so that might be who I'm thinking of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's done a ton of comics.
Yeah, I see that. What television credits though? Looking at her page quick. Justice League Unlimited, Revision, Tomb Raider, Batman, The Brave and the Bold, My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and Strawberry Shortcake Berry in the Big City. She did good work here. This episode is very good.
This episode slaps. I fucking love this episode so much.
Yeah. There's a lot of good. I mean, I fucking hate Stephen Mandragora.
Mandragora? Yeah, he's awful.
Like, he sucks. His voice is so good, though. Like,
yeah, and it's like
fucking great.
Kind of weird way. It's weird, like his way of speaking.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't like him eating 8 plates of oysters and talking about fucking
just
Black
being
Canary.
a shit.
Like, fucking, ugh.
Well, I mean, he's aggressive. He is being an aggressive shit with the intention of getting them out of the room. Like, that's his goal.
Oh, yeah, of course. But, like, still.
Mm-hmm.
They fell for the bait.
They did. I don't think I've ever read a comic with Mandragora in it. I think I only know him from this episode.
But yeah, the question stuff. The question stuff, and then
question and Huntress.
Yeah,
it's just fucking so good.
Getting that stuff is great. Watching Question be like 2 steps ahead, but also Green Arrow kind of knowing his shit is also very good. The key was mine. The real clue is this shipping manifest or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why are we just waiting up here? Because I know when I've been conned. Like,
you're cute when you're a smart ass.
Yeah, man. Fucking, they literally were in a tree. KISSING. It was not lost on me. Shit was fucking great. Yeah, I mean, Question is just very fun. Like, him being fucking full of conspiracy theories, but then also getting, like, he kind of does the Batman thing a little bit, right? Like, I do my homework. Like, I know what's fucking going on here.
Okay, I guess this version of Mandragora is really more like the comic book character Tobias Whale, who's also not a character
Yeah, I saw. He's just big, right? Like, he's big and
he's like
strong.
A triangle head.
Yeah, I saw that. I also saw his son is like in Batman Beyond to an extent or something.
I don't fucking remember.
Or he has a single episode, or he's in a single episode, and then he's in like he's in like the Zeta Project or something. Yeah, I just looked him up because he looked like he might have different shit going on, but it's like, no, he's just big and strong and built like a fucking truck or a tank.
Okay, now I kind of remember. He wasn't really a character. He's just a powerful psychic in like one random episode.
Yeah.
Interesting. I hadn't put that together.
Neither did I.
Well, yeah. I just think
it's the interaction.
I really like Huntress, and her and Question's interactions are fucking all 10 out of 10.
Yeah, they're so good, dude. Also, her fucking
Black Canary says gross.
Yeah, her fucking
Sorry,
kissing him,
yeah.
and then they leave to like go find a quiet room or whatever the fuck.
Where are we going? Don't ask so many questions.
Black Canary being like gross. Like, it's so fucking good. Like, Black Canary and Green Arrow are just actually our normie couple. They're not freaks.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
It's so funny. Yeah, good stuff. And we get like, I also like Question kind of leading her.
Question drives up in his fucking car and then immediately slides over to let her drive. That shit's good.
He knows what's up, dude. Wish I could do that. Indeed. I fucking hate driving. Yeah, solid episode.
And then we have Clash. Captain Marvel.
My Reading Kingdom Come came in clutch.
Mm-hmm.
I had stuff to pull on.
Yep.
Also, Batman calling him a Boy Scout, and Superman's like, I thought I was the Boy Scout.
It's like, so did I, till I met Captain Marvel.
Yeah.
I like him. He's sunny.
Yeah. He's sunny. Batman saying he's sunny is like so fucking perfect.
Because Superman's become a grumpus.
Also, just him season. Be like having the unthwartable optimism of like a kid. And just walking
he's
through
the hands on the hips.
Yeah. He's walking through the watchtower like saying hey to everybody because he's just like so fucking stoked to see all of these heroes that he loves.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's so cool, dude.
He thinks it's great that Luthor is a good guy now.
What do you mean? I didn't endorse him for president. And giving him oh my god, his fucking speech is so good. When he's like, I'm leaving. Like, you guys aren't acting like heroes.
Mm-hmm. And then Superman's like, he's right. And Batman's like, they've set you up.
Yeah.
It's like,
dude, it was such
it doesn't matter. And like, they.
Oh my god. It's so fucking good. Like, I'm in. Fucking, I gotta keep going.
You got Luthor just fucking loving it.
God, his fucking performance in front of the case holding the statue head of the child.
Like,
no. This one's on me. Fucking walks away sad. Hamming it up.
It's so good.
God, his fight with Captain Marvel is so fucking good, too.
It goes so fucking hard.
It's
like Superman's being a fucking dumb jerk.
Yeah.
But which I don't like, but the fight is so fucking good that I'm like, this is just too fucking cool.
Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Like, if it's gonna be this fucking good, okay. You're allowed.
Yeah, no, I mean that's literally like what happened with me and fucking Brainiac. I'm like, I fucking hate this, but you're doing a lot of cool shit though.
Just fucking, just punching him through fucking buildings that are fucking collapsing.
Yeah, man, dude, it's so fucking chaotic. Well, because like the whole point is that he destroys that city, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like, there's nobody living there yet. So they can just fucking annihilate.
They just cut loose.
It's so fucking good. God. And then Captain, like, getting fucking Shazam just over and over. And just how he looks when he's apologizing to Luthor and he's like just fucking beat to shit.
Luthor's like, no, it's my fault.
God. I like how Superman
have expected you to trust me.
Superman being like, the League will pay for this, and he gives Batman the glance and he just like nods. Like he's not funding any of this shit.
Just to double check it with the accountant real quick.
Yeah.
No, it's on me.
God, it's so fucking good.
And we finally get our confirmation that Luthor is behind Cadmus.
Yeah.
Him and Amanda Waller toasting.
Yeah, man. And that shit was good.
Mm-hmm. And I like that the Leaguer's like, who could be paying for this? Well, it's definitely Luthor.
Yeah. No, 100%. Just right to it.
Mm-hmm. And they are indeed correct.
Yeah.
But you know, there's something about Captain Marvel just, wanting to trust people, and
yeah, because he's a hero.
He's a child.
Yeah.
An actual child.
I like when he turns into a kid at the end of the fight, and Superman's like, "It's over, son." Like, covers his mouth.
No re.
Yeah.
No runbacks. I'm done. But yeah, mostly just that fight is just fucking incredible.
Oh, it's so fucking good, dude.
Superman pulls out the bank vault and just starts smashing him.
Smashing him. It's so good.
And then we get our kind of last adventure episode. We get the return of the Thanagarians. Hunter's Moon Mystery in Space.
We watched this one at an interesting time in history. In the year of our Lord 2024. Very hard to take some of it seriously when they're saying hawk, because that word has been fucking annihilated recently. Alls I could fucking think about. Where's the Hawk Tua joke? When's it coming? You're just one of those hawks. Tua. Yeah, there was some good stuff. It was also kind of a weird episode. I could have gone without it, but we did get that ending, which kind of made it worth.
The Hawkgirl Vixen stuff is the stuff that makes this episode good.
Yeah, 100%. The rest of
That's
I'm
the good
like,
stuff.
So the Thanagarians got fucking wrecked. And then with their little remaining funding and energy, they're like, we're going to fucking do this. Like, okay. Which I think at least one of them voices as a bad idea a couple of times. But like, ugh.
Yeah, it's mostly because I wanted to bring some of the voice actress for the leader of that group of Thanagarians. Mostly this episode exists because they wanted to bring her back.
Gotcha.
Is my understanding.
Yeah, sure. I mean, fuck. It's good as reason as any, you know?
Yeah. It's fucked up. That guy is like, has like permanent brain damage for what John did to him. Getting that information out of him.
Yeah. And then it's like the whole like, oh, Hawk Girl did this to you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It'd be neat if a character in that sort of situation. Same deal with Bizarro. It'd be cool if they could have a moment where they're not being like fucking manipulated by other people without such issues. Like that would be fucking cool. That'd be neat.
He just has to eat shit and die.
Yeah.
To be fair, that guy sucked.
I mean, yeah, he sucked. I guess we did get the line, "I'm brain damaged, not stupid."
He did,
which is like a thing.
It's a thing that character said. That's true.
Them being fucking scared of Shira was pretty good, and her like seeing that the shadow is wrong in the mine.
Yeah.
And then later it's like she was the leader of the fucking, like she was the stealth ops trainer. Like I don't know if we can do this.
Yeah. Like none of them have a fucking mace.
That's true. They don't. The fake distress call was very good. It's like this whole rock is made of this stuff. She's like, don't touch anything. Just don't fucking move. Don't touch anything.
Yeah.
It was good. Like it paints a nice picture. Like nth metal is a whole thing to not be fuckered with.
This material doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, why is Vigilante in this episode?
Yeah, it could have just been her and Vixen, and it would have been really cool. Vigilante,
almost anyone else.
Yeah.
Than having Vigilante here, calling her a dirty hawk or whatever.
Fucking dirty hawk. Yeah, I mean. Also, because they have that moment, and then she's like, I'm going to fucking just turn myself in. Like, it'll make this whole thing easier. And then immediately, he's like, don't do that. We're a team. And I'm like...
Yeah.
Were you not there for the conversation you just had? Like, the change, getting to that point, totally fine. Like, going from point A to point B there is great. But the fact that they happen in back-to-back sentences is kind of weird.
Yeah,
I don't know who I'd rather have. I mean, this is the bit where Jean sends them, and Green Lantern is like losing his mind, right? At the beginning,
yes. He's like, you can't send my ex-girlfriend with my current girlfriend on a mission.
This may come as a shock
Sounds
to you,
like,
but I don't take your personal life into account when making command decisions.
Yeah.
Oh man, what are you trying to do? Not doing anything. Fucking making a call in the moment.
Vixen some experience out in space. She hasn't been out in space before.
Space experience. Fucking Vigilantes like driving like ass. I think it was in this episode.
This like men have fragile egos. You have to be fucking gentle with them or whatever.
I don't do
fucking
that
massage it. And Hot Girl's like, I don't fucking do that. It's like
I teach you.
I could tell.
I think we get a very important thing in this episode. We get a very important Shira thing. She flaps her wings. There's a point.
Occasionally.
Yeah. But like she's in the air, like she's just floating in the air and she's flapping her wings a little. I don't remember that happening before. Or I didn't internalize it before anyway.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's mostly just that she doesn't always... they're not constantly flapping the way they would have to for her to actually...
Which is part of the problem. They took away her helmet. They forced me to acknowledge it as a helmet. The least they could do is make the wings work.
No, they put her in a yellow outfit with her midriff showing.
I mean, it's an acceptable trade, but I'm still not happy. Still not. I'm content, not happy.
But yeah, I think that's everything. I do like the end of the episode.
I mean, the ending where
they're just fucking in the cafeteria, fucking laughing at
it's
Green
gonna
Lantern.
like Green Lantern's like it's gonna be ugly. It's like for you maybe. And the fact that they're like just chill, like Vixen's bit about like he still has feelings for you. Is it mutual? She's like, yeah. She's like, well, I am the type of person to see things through, even in shitty situations like this. It's like, may the best woman win. That's fucking great. Like,
yep.
Wow, what if there was no animosity and we're just like, yeah, this is a fucked situation, but like we're gonna roll. It's so good.
Because the fucking writers fucking love Vixen. They're like, but Green Lantern and Shahar are definitely getting back together. But
yeah.
We don't want Vixen to get dumped. That's not cool. Vixen rules. Another case of also of them just really liking the voice actress.
Sure. Makes sense.
Yeah, and then we get the our 4-parter that is not labeled as a 4-parter, but it's definitely a 4-parter.
It's just a fucking 4-parter.
We're getting to be continueds, or like we're getting on last time on Justice League at the start of them all going forward. It's really the giveaway.
I'm like torn on the Captain Atom stuff. Like, I'm really torn on it. Probably more so than I'm torn on anything else. Like, I've been weird. I mean, I just watched it last night. I watched this last night. It's not like I've had a ton of time to think about it, but like, I fucking hate how committed he is. But at the same time, that's a kind of sensible thing to do as like a gesture of good, maybe not of goodwill, but like something, you know? Like that he's not completely separate from people, maybe. But at the same time, like, it's so fucking clear that, like, we're pulling you back so you can fucking fight the Justice League for whatever reason that we've given you or whatever. Like, I just don't like it. But maybe that's because Captain Atom seemed chill. Or chill-ish.
He's chill, but, you know, he's very into... He's a soldier and, you know...
Yeah.
All that stuff. And then they just, like... That gets, like, all twisted.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that aspect. I'm like, I can't decide how I feel about it. But his fight was fucking incredible. Like, it's another great fucking fight with Superman. And we get more good Question stuff. Question and Huntress.
And like they lean in on. I like the way they lean in on Question. His origins as the Steve Ditko character. Steve Ditko is like an objectivist, the A is A thing. And that's why he's convinced that Justice Lord Superman is Superman kind of thing. And Luthor is Luthor. And that's why he's completely wrong about what's happening.
Yeah.
Also.
Him like killing, like getting ready to fucking murder Luthor so that Superman can't is wild.
It's really good. And then I love that Luthor is his schedule. Unfortunately for you, that's not really an option. And he just kicks the shit out of him.
Just decimates him. Which was a great fucking reveal. Yeah. Like, it was cool seeing that shit.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, dude. Oh, totally.
Foolish, faceless man. That's right. Conspiracy buff. I spent all this money on my presidential campaign just to fucking make Superman mad.
Yeah. So good. Also, him Question resisting torture is fucking wild. Like, how he's resisting it. Tell me what you know. The fucking Aglets are sinister. That's a wild thing.
Their
actually.
true nature is sinister.
That's a wild thing that I had never seen mentioned before. Because there was a thing that I used to see that would make the rounds. It comes in waves, right? Someone makes a meme, and then that meme blows up, and then it fades, and like later it cycles back, all that shit. The show Phineas and Ferb had a whole song or whatever at one point. I did watch some Phineas and Ferb sometimes when it would be on. I don't recall watching this, but I know the song. It's about aglets and their existence. Or the song brings them up somehow, or it's like stuff that you know the words for. I don't know. Aglet comes up, and there's a whole thing that goes around on Reddit sometimes about like, this generation is the only one that knows what an aglet is. That came like fucking 15 years or whatever, 10 years or something after this. And I'm like, you're wrong. They knew what an aglet was all the way back in fucking 2005. What are you talking about? It was right there. So that was a very funny thing to just kind of randomly have.
Sure.
But just him being like, tell me what you know, and then he just knows absolute garbage. He knows so much about nothing.
He says the fluoride thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love Huntress in this episode.
Yeah, dude.
Her interactions with Superman are so fucking good.
Yeah, it's very solid. And her just kicking the shit out of people.
She's like, we'll never find Cadmus like this when like they just find his comm in the garbage, and Superman's like, they wouldn't dump his comm here if they dumped his body here.
Yeah.
She's like, well, then we'll never find him. It's like, sure we will. We know exactly where Cadmus is. Fucking, we're on top of that shit.
Yeah.
The idea of Superman acting off the books, though, is very funny to me.
Yeah, man.
Superman, you don't get to do... You're Superman. Nothing you do is, like, covert.
No.
The way he just walks in there, and then he's, like, looking around, and then he's like, oh, I should take care of these guns so you don't get hit by a straight bullet.
Just melts them. Dude, him looking around and seeing Hamilton and just fucking, I'll be right back. Like, hold down the fort.
She's just kicking people's asses. He has to go have a conversation. A lot of things are starting to make sense now.
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom before we go to the mission.
That fucking line, like, next time go to the bathroom before.
Because she has no idea what he was doing. He just disappeared and then
yeah, man. He says nothing.
He's not Flash. Flash has to go when he has to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we get that shit. And the cliffhanger on Captain Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Who then is like, you gotta leave question. Can't take it. Can't take him.
There's the moment when Huntress goes into Question's apartment. It's like he fucking reeks.
It's just rank. Open a window. He's just all fucking disheveled.
Yeah. Inevitable. Armageddon.
Oh my god, it's such good delivery. Like how he's just completely like focused on it. Then she sees the video and she's like, "You saw some fake video of this." Superman's just like, "Oh, I don't know." It's so fucking awkward. Yeah, that fake video. You know what the things they're doing with deep fake these days are just horrible. Yeah.
I've always wondered what went on in this room. Original members only.
Hiding your secrets.
Secrets. Lies. Also, they did tell other people other than the original 7. They told the government.
Yeah.
They told the U.S. government. That's part of the problem.
Yeah. Which is also like, I don't know. I guess part of my, I've probably said it before, part of my hesitance with this kind of thread. Now, it doesn't bother me here so much like it did in my Adventures of Superman, but the duality of like, you tell the government what happened. You're being upfront about all this shit, and you want the government to be reasonable and logical about it, which doesn't fucking happen. And I know it doesn't happen.
Real life.
I know it. Yeah, I know it doesn't happen. But like, I'm trying to get away from that, man.
Well, that's why the good thing is that this all ties back to fucking Lex Luthor.
Yeah,
who's super villain.
Yes.
Who's trying to become immortal.
Yeah.
And then we can punch him.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, this is you need a problem that you can solve by punching. So you can have all this interesting, thinking about stuff, but ultimately you gotta tie it to a thing for Superman to punch.
Yes.
Which they do.
And they punch the shit out of, Superman punches the shit out of Captain Atom.
Out of Captain Atom.
He
punches the shit out of him. And then he's like,
Dude.
don't touch him.
Dude,
he's
him
Justice League.
him walking out with him.
Yeah. It's very funny that he's like more fucked up from getting punched by Superman than he was when he like completely exploded and was like a fucking
husk.
Yeah.
A wrinkled sheet.
Yes. But he is more fucked up from just being punched.
I mean, Superman just built different.
It's true.
And the fact that like we're getting the like, I guess it's like right after, but like getting the Watchtower stuff, right? Like the laser stuff is happening.
Mm-hmm.
That's not fully in tandem, but they're just there's so much shit going. I didn't mention that before, but even like early on, I just am still so impressed by the pacing of these episodes. Even before we get to like, when you're in a 4-parter, like you're doing a lot of stuff and it's more movie-ish, but like these episodes there's no trash. There wasn't a single point in any of these episodes. I mean, maybe like initially with Brainiac where I was like slack-jawed and then they caught my interest before they hooked me again. But like there's never a point where I was like, okay, we can hop to it. Like everything's just fucking good. Man. And it's just they're just bumping and they're so fucking solid and dense with good shit. It's ridiculous.
Because the action is good, the character bits and interactions are fucking incredible.
Yeah,
like it's just doing it all. At this point, the show is doing it all.
Oh, totally. And the way they're balancing like big action and then like hopping between different things, like it's actually wild, like how much they've managed to juggle. I mean, especially in these 4-parters where it's so big, and it's so much like it's just really.
And that
impressive.
we start with it being a question story, and then at the end it's the Justice League versus Brainiac, Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
And we find room for Question to knock out one of the Ultimen with his bedpan.
Oh god.
The important shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get Superman explaining to Supergirl what happened with Captain Atom. She's like, he wouldn't do that. It's like, but he did.
Yeah.
That's what happened.
And then this is where we get Green Arrow's comment.
Yes.
About like, you guys like scare the shit out of me.
Yeah. So you want the government to have superpowered people to fight us? I know. I mean, yeah, maybe.
I think he ends on yeah.
Yeah.
Or I guess or something. He's like, no, I don't know. Yeah.
He ends with the government has to be able to do what people can't do for themselves.
Yes. And I don't know. That's like a whole thing.
Like, this isn't the government. This is a shadow cabinet run by Lex Luthor. Which, true. No, it's very good. Like you said, how they pose these questions, and then I kind of like that they don't fully get into like the details because supervillain, like mega supervillain. Yeah, because like it's interesting to think about, but also it kind of doesn't matter what like the world would be like if superheroes were real. Like you don't actually have to tell that story like as reality. You're still here to have tell fun stories, right? It's worth following this track as long as it's still fun.
Yeah. Well, and for me, it's kind of in this sort of issue, right? If we're compelling, if we're imagining what the reality would be like. It's like, who's fucking qualified to tackle this incredibly complex issue? And it's like a very, very, very tiny percentage of people are like qualified to think about what the actual answer would be. It's kind of how I felt. I mean, like a go-to thing is I think about the Avatar: The Last Airbender comics, and it's like I really didn't need to see what the creators of Avatar thought the gang would handle the impact of a century of colonization. I didn't need to like see how that goes down.
Sure.
You posed the question, but then you like followed through on it. I'm just like, what if we didn't? Just because like I don't need the fucking take. I can think about it because I'll think about it, and I might come to my own thoughts or whatever, but I shouldn't be. I'm not an authority on those things. I don't need a resolution. And we didn't get it in that way because it all explodes.
Yeah. What we do get is Galatea leading a clone army. We get the Clone Wars.
Fucking shitty clone army. They get their asses kicked. Like it doesn't even look like they're gonna like the clones aren't even gonna fucking win.
No. But Galatea is about to win, and that's all she cares about.
True.
They are all like led by someone who's pretty singular in what she wants, and like killing all the Justice League. Killing Supergirl.
That's the good shit. Her fucking stuff is brutal too.
They're calling Professor Hamilton daddy.
Yeah. And then later she gets turned into part of a circuit.
She gets
used to complete a circuit.
It's like, if you're a clone, you might as well be a robot.
Ugh. She's just absolutely fucked up.
She is fried.
Dude, I can't believe they did the shot with that.
They turn her into a spiral.
Yeah. And then we get the shot of the power coming back on, everybody cheering, and then it goes off, and they're all like, "Aw." They actually do the fucking groan. It's so funny.
It's very funny. We get the Justice League turning themselves over to the government.
Yeah.
And Batman saying, "Are you fucking stupid?"
That's dumb.
That's dumb.
I'm part-time. I'm not doing it. Part-time.
Wonder Woman's like, "Yeah, you took it better than I thought."
I mean, true.
Part-time, remember?
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
Also, his fucking confrontation with Waller.
Oh, it's
so fucking good.
It's so fucking great.
You have to know the Justice League wouldn't do that. Sure you would. It was retaliation. And yet you weren't home. If we wanted to blow you up, you'd be fucking dead.
A warning shot, then. I forget what he says after that. What does he say to warning shot? Do you remember? I forget what his rebuttal is.
I don't remember.
Honestly.
I do remember there are maybe 3 people in the world who could do that, and 2 of them were on the tower.
Right. Yeah, that part I remember. Yeah. Yeah.
And then she turns around and he's gone. And then she's
Classic.
like, fucking hell. I knew he was a snake and I still let him bite me.
Still let him bite me. I do
really like also Luthor saying when he says goodbye to Waller right before he fires the cannon.
Yeah.
That shit's good too.
And we got the 11 out of 10 delivery when they go to confront him. And he's like, I'm too modest to boast.
I suspect you have a photographic memory. I'm too modest to boast.
It's so good, dude. So we had one, it's like the only shot where I was like, I feel like I don't know how this got through because it's so weird. Waller shows up with the fucking nano cannon beam powered Luthor machine and fucking shoots once, right? She destroys the Amazo body and
nanobot disassembler.
Yeah, whatever. Fucking nano this.
Which I think is like just a small version of like what they were gonna fire at Amazo.
Yeah, it looked like that. It had that same thing to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then she has it pointed at Lex, and she fucking he's fast, he's strong. We know that he's not gonna get hit by it for whatever reason, but in the shot, she like is pointing it directly fucking at him, and then moves it out of the way, and then he hits her, and I'm just I don't understand it. It just looks so fucking weird, and it was such a weird like. She has him at gunpoint in a problematic way because he is made of nano stuff, unlike Amazo. And then it just like she just moves the fucking gun and then gets got anyway. I just feel like it could have been that one tiny little bit could have been done better because it's so strange.
Yeah,
but it doesn't
bother me. What does bother me is there were 2 shots before this of where the seam on Superman's mouth is not connected and there's like a pixel of line you can see.
I don't remember that at all. That's funny.
There are 2 instances. There's one in the episode with Captain Marvel, and there's one when he's talking to Question about President Luthor being killed.
Wild. Yeah, I didn't notice that at all.
Watching it on a 4K TV.
Well, yeah, sure. Look at this guy. Look at this guy with his fucking TV. I had a TV once.
My pandemic TV.
Hell yeah.
I live in this room. What if this wall were a TV? One of my greatest victories. My madness.
One of my greatest
like
fucking
fever
victories. Nah, TVs aren't shit. They're not heavy.
Yeah.
I apologize. They got heavy again. They got dense.
They got heavy again. They got dense.
They did, dude. I also got a little bit played because fucking. And yours is like way bigger than mine was. Mine was not a wall TV. nearly so much. Shit's heavy.
True.
Yeah, we get our fucking... It's just Akira all the way down.
It's so good. He just starts screaming.
God, and then it just fucking pops out. And then he's talking.
We get the hints of like when first Batman throws the Batarang at him and he just grabs it out of the air,
Yeah,
and then like
dude.
his shoulder fucking goes up, and he's like, "You shouldn't have done that." Throws him out the window.
Yeah. God,
And then he's
it's
like,
so
"Did you really?" And then he's saying to Waller, "Did you really think you could beat me all by yourself?" And she's like, "Yeah, I kind of did, but on the off chance I was wrong."
Dude, then we got the full Justice League shot.
The full squad,
The pose.
original squad. It's over, Lex. And then he starts screaming as like shit comes out of his body.
Yeah. No,
And
that bit
Brainiac
was,
is revealed.
yeah, the Brainiac, I just hate that it's Brainiac, but like that whole fucking sequence was so fucking good. It's so wild.
But you forced my hand.
Yeah. No, that bit's good.
Because this is the Superman season. And
Sure.
so we get the two big Superman villains
and
teaming up.
like the tying, like having the nano stuff, right? Like absorbing that technology and everything. That's
The Dark
fucking
Heart.
Yeah, that's great. If you're gonna put Brainiac in this and in the way that you did, this makes sense and it works well. I kind of
like I've said, Brainiac is just space Lex Luthor originally. So making Brainiac and Lex Luthor one thing, that's just a good idea.
I don't like that Luthor was able to convince him. Like,
He had creativity. It's just like,
guess.
I mean, I'm fine with it in the same principle like that he talked down fucking Amazo.
Yeah, but Brainiac's whole thing, the difference is we've seen Brainiac like 600 times, and every time he's like, "This is my programming. I need to annihilate everything and store the data." And then like, they went too hard on it, and now I'm like, okay, that he can't be shaken, and then he gets shaken by like the most basic shit.
It's like you could add media, you could add creativity to what you are.
That's not his fucking programming, though.
That's true.
This is my opinion. He went too hard on the programming thing, and then the I don't know.
You just don't like Brainiac.
It's just you're not wrong. I just don't like Brainiac that much. Not past his initial thing. Because they always bring him back in like shit ways. It's always like we completely defeated him and then we didn't. But like it's never I don't know. I can't, because like every other villain gets fucking annihilated and then comes back. I can't really explain why this one annoys me. But whatever. I can't be the only one who like is into a thing or like a comic. But like, how many times has someone been reading a comic and then it turns out the villain is a villain that they just like fucking don't like, and then it's like, ah, surely it happens, right? Maybe not to you. I don't know if you've had that experience.
Well,
You ever gotten a surprise big bad and you're like, oh, it's this big bad? I guess. Okay.
surprise big bad.
This was, I mean, like, surprising that you don't have you don't have a complete setup specifically, right? Because, like, not that
I can't think of a thing.
Because, like, they also could have been setting up something. Like, we saw the changes with Luthor. They could have been setting up something else, right? I don't know what, but like, you know. We get the fucking Brainiac suit transformation, which turns him into like one thing. Yeah, I like. Brainiac is it Superman who says like, Lex, I know you're in there, and he's like, yeah, of course I'm in here. Like,
yeah, he says, Lex, fight it.
Fight it. He's like, what are you talking about? Fight it. I'm
about to get everything I ever wanted. Ultimate knowledge and immortality.
Yeah.
This is all I'm actually about. It's like, you'll destroy the Earth? It's like, yeah, it's just business.
Yeah, man. We got the doppelganger fight. It was so fucking good. I love how like Superman is like getting Flash just is like it doesn't phase him, and then Superman is like getting fucking got.
Yeah,
and Wonder Woman's like trade dance partners.
Yeah, Flash and Batman basically just take care of those. Theirs.
Oh, yeah.
Flash gets the good line. Batman just does it without fucking saying anything. Just fills that dude with batarangs,
and they just explode.
And then Wonder Woman and Superman ended up switching, and Green Lantern and Hawkgirl switch.
Fucking that line was so good. You like that a little too much.
Hey, she broke my heart, you know.
And then she fucking beheads Green Lantern.
It's like, likewise, I'm sure.
It's so funny. Then his head like donks like 200 yards away or whatever. Oh, it's so very fucking good. I love it. Man, just a fun thing.
We get like different people get to like save the day at different times. Like early in the fight when he's like putting tentacles into all of them, so they're like strung up, and John goes intangible to like break it out and breaks everyone free. And then after when they do their like charge after they beat all the doppelgangers. And like there takes them all out, and then he's like, well, where's Wonder Woman? And then she throws the fucking javelin at the machine and fucking destroys it. And then we get Flash at the end, getting the big W.
Oh, it's so fucking cool. Him sitting there like, again, fucking, I'm thinking of Kingdom Come, because he's just sitting there fucking like vibrating. And all I could think about was Kingdom Come Flash, just a literal fucking blur. Oh, it's so fucking cool. Then he gets
Brainiac Luthor's like, I'm just human enough to enjoy this. Makes a shotgun,
a basic bitch like pump action.
Because they in questions like Nightmare thing, they show a thing of like Flash being held up by soldiers and President Luthor just taking a shotgun to him, which I guess is how that Flash died. That's fucked up. And then, but Flash is who can fucking predict him?
True.
And he fucking goes,
God, his fucking
supersonic.
So good. Him turning into you get the shots of like around that he's going around the world to fucking punch him.
Yeah.
Multiple times. Then he turns into a fucking like kind of a, I mean, he always gets blurry, but he gets extra blurry and like distorted and shit.
Yeah, he just destroys literally every bit of Brainiac and leaves Luthor is just like so naked and panting.
It's so fucking cool, dude. And then the stuff, it was funny, like he gets like sucked into the space or the speed.
He goes
force or
to
whatever.
speedster heaven.
And then he's like, I can never go that fast again. Otherwise, the writers will have to contend with the fact that I can now keep up with the average motor vehicle. And I'll have to write around it. The cynic in me just couldn't help but think about that.
Sure.
Which I mostly thought of it because I'm a little upset because it's so fucking cool. And then they're like, we can't do that again. And I'm like, That's so lame of you. I get it. I fucking get it. But like, it's so lame because it's like one of the coolest things.
They pulled the Deus Ex Machina cord, and that cord no longer works.
They
also did like make this whole season not knowing if they were even going to make another season.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
That's why they have like we are like finishing off all our big plot threads in this season. And why it ends with fucking an epilogue.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Yeah, they did not know they were going to get another season. They blew their load this season, and then there's like, I guess we're doing another one.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so good.
It's such
And then they're like, we're disbanding the League. And Green Arrow's like, the hell you are. And Superman's like, okay, JK. I guess we're not.
I liked his speech a lot. I wish there would have been maybe I mean, I think it was like mostly League members in that audience, right?
Yeah, it was like the League and staff.
Yeah. I wish it would have been regular people.
There are some regular people there.
There's some. But I wish it was like
Lois
more,
is there, right?
I wish it was more, well, yeah, she's media. They don't count.
Yeah, there's media. There's also media there.
But I wish there would have been like a large crowd of regular people. Like substantially more, because it kind of felt like he said we're disbanding the Justice League, and then people from the Justice League said that's not cool, you should keep it, and then the Justice League members said fine, we're keeping the Justice League, and then all the Justice League members cheered. And I think it would have been
what happened.
Yeah, it would have been better if there were the regular people. I think Green Arrow can still make that little speech, but then if you have regular people agree and start cheering, I think that like makes it so like it doesn't feel like you're just doing the same kind of shit. Like,
there are regular people in there, but
yeah.
How do you represent that?
You just draw more people around them. Like the big crowd was clearly like they're all in costumes and shit.
I think there are more civilians than you're giving it credit for, but
I don't know, man. It looks
Justice League is just up front.
Looked pretty costume heavy throughout. I mean, I can go back and check. I'll check the archives after this. Either way, it was still good. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't fucking take away from it. Then like, I mean, yeah, there does need to be change. I like how he immediately goes into like, maybe we'll set up an embassy.
The thing that gets me is when Green Lantern's like, I've seen it on countless worlds. Space-based weapons always destabilize planetary politics. And I'm like, why didn't you say anything?
You needed to let them figure it out. It's something.
Why did you fucking stop this before you made your orbital fucking nuke cannon?
You know exactly fucking why. The man has a goatee.
It's true.
He says that he's seen it countless times, but what he doesn't want to admit is that he didn't think of that earlier. Because
we're not here to be liked. We're here to do our job. How are we doing so far today? He's like, come on, man.
Come on, dude. Come on, man. Like, so fucking good. Which is funny because like that has to have come up before, right? Like, just like you're picking this instance. Come on, but like this is a big instance. Can't really fucking ignore it. Yeah.
If you love us so much, why did you shoot at us? That whole part.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the fucking shockwave from the...
Oh, the shockwave is crazy good.
Yeah.
They did very good making it an impact. Another good like sense of urgency type thing, except this time it doesn't get stopped. Superman breaking out of the wall to go, and he like almost stops the laser.
Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Even though it doesn't work, but like that just makes it really good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, it's I mean, very
good,
very satisfying ending, and like very very satisfying.
It's a total Deus Ex Machina ending, but it's fun.
It's fucking superheroes, baby. Yeah, that's it. It's fun and it's cool. Like cool shit happens.
And then Amanda Waller's like, Mr. President, you can call off the airstrike.
Yeah, Jesus. Fucking hell.
And then we have epilogue.
What a weird episode.
So I kind of hate it because I hate the Terry McGinnis is literally Bruce Wayne's son thing. Like biological son.
Yeah, through technicality, kind of.
That's, biologically.
Yeah.
He is Bruce Wayne's biological material. Because of Cadmus nonsense. I don't like that. I don't like adult thick Terry.
It's
honestly.
He doesn't look like what you would think Terry would grow up to look like.
No. I don't like that. But I kind of love this episode besides that stuff, so I feel weird about it. Because the Batman and Ace scene is really fucking great.
I had actually seen that scene before. It kind of didn't hit. Like, I don't know. I think maybe when he got into that area, like the kind of inside of the castle, and it's like a garden, then it kind of like fucking clicked in. The scenery made me realize like, oh shit. But this is one that it gets posted now and again online. Sure. But I mean, it didn't fucking detract from it because now I have all the context.
Yeah.
It's very
other
good.
scene that I really fucking love is after Terry breaks her teacup. They keep having lines of her talking about how much that teacup meant to him and him like angsting super hard, and it's very funny.
Yeah, like they're not like, fucking listening at all.
It's incredibly, like, they know, like, whoever wrote that scene knew exactly what they were doing. It's just very funny, but it's like fucking parody of itself. It's just weird. They're just like, they're having Terry be like just a complete joke of a character in that moment.
Yeah.
Of like the way he's angsting about his whole life is preordained.
Yeah.
So I kind of love Amanda Waller in this episode. It's really the way they depict Terry that I don't like. And that they
was Barbara Gordon
and the biologic thing.
Was Barbara Gordon the assassin? Who was that?
No, that was the what's her name from Mask of the Phantasm.
Okay. See, I recognize the outfit.
Yeah.
She's
just older.
Yeah.
And she had short hair.
We only had one. Who else could it be? But I guess it is 15 years on past Batman Beyond or whatever.
And it's like confirmation that she's alive.
Sure.
It was, in that movie, it's theoretically unclear if she is still alive.
Yeah, man. Dating Dana for 15 years? No marriage? Like, bro, what are you doing?
At least you told her he's Batman.
Yeah, but like you're still with her. Getting married isn't gonna fucking like what? The bad guys are gonna be like, oh shit, we can kidnap her now. It's like, haven't they been dating? Why didn't we do this earlier? Well, they were dating. That's not like committed. He probably doesn't care that much.
Look, he's just being
a
grumpy, miserable Peter Parker.
Hell yeah. And we get to see super old Batman or Bruce Wayne, who's like 100 something.
And I don't like their scenes with him until the last one, the end scene, where he's just like, dude, I made you some soup, but it's cold, and like you should eat something. That shit's good.
Yeah.
What if we just had that and none of the plot angst or whatever? Like, it would just
No, it was a weird one. But
But I have like, it's an episode I like I've hated because I hate the plot thing so much. But I've come around on it having watched it a bunch of times, just because like there are a lot of details in it it's still this show.
Yeah.
Like there's still like lots of good bits. Even if I like on principle don't like what they're doing here.
Yeah, totally.
Like the point of the episode, I'm not about it.
Yeah, it's completely unnecessary. I think having an epilogue and doing that sort of shit and seeing like more of a final after the fact whatever sort of thing is a very cool idea. I would have, I don't know, like show me Superman stuff or something, like tie him into it somehow or something, or just not do the DNA shit, and you have something interesting.
Man.
Also, you could have had like some of the similar angst with their relationship and just not had him be his biological son. Right? Like he's still like, oh, you groomed me for this shit. Like you probably planned it from the start. Like all of that still fucking works if he doesn't share DNA.
Yeah, it's like, again, it's connecting a dot that didn't need to be connected.
Yeah.
You didn't need to literally be his dad.
Yeah, dude. And then it's not even an epilogue. We get more.
And then there's a whole nother season.
Kind of still stoked for it, though. Like I'm ready. I'm excited.
Hell yeah. Do you want any hints or just want to go in?
No, I want to go in raw, baby.
Hell yeah.
Unless there's like watch order stuff that I should know about.
No.
Yeah, I'm good to just roll.
Just watch those episodes.
Hell yeah. Yeah, man. It's another this season was fucking good. Like it's kind of insane.
Yeah, this is kind of the considered the season, I would say.
That makes sense. And this is like, oh, I didn't mention one of the cameos I noticed. We get I forget his name, but it's like that not Joker guy who gets kind of turned into like a Joker type.
The Creeper.
The Creeper. We get him, but he's like good, I guess.
It's like he's on the Justice. How is he on the Justice League?
He's on the Justice League, but Huntress is too unstable to be a member anymore.
Well, Huntress did they did set up a thing where she thought a person was under these bed sheets, and she filled it with fucking arrows to try and murder him.
Yeah, I mean,
she got fired for a reason.
I guess the Creeper got better. Like he, maybe he's been doing therapy. Jean is just talking it out with him.
They haven't tested him. He hasn't.
He
wanted to murder this one person, so
he's just out here.
So obvious.
He's casually been murdering people, and they just don't really.
He didn't.
He's under.
He doesn't have this specific person who killed his family.
Yeah. Yeah, man. No, I can this is this season, as I was saying before I remembered that fact, this season is like the reward for watching fucking all of it. More so than the other Justice League stuff has felt that way. This feels like you've watched so much goddamn TV. Here is your 13 episode payoff of taking all of this in. And it's really fucking good.
Yeah. It's just so fucking cool that like they set up so much shit and they follow through on it pretty good.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, man.
Like it's just fucking cool and good.
Totally.
God, like Luthor is so fucking good.
Luthor is great. And like see, I'm still doing it. I'm still my brain just fucked it up forever for me. Waller is also like very good.
Mm-hmm. It's incredible because like by all accounts she like didn't really know what she was reading for and didn't know her lines before she was like reading them to do them. And she fucking knocks it out of the park. She's just such a fucking good actor.
That's very funny. I would never have fucking guessed that.
She just fucking crushes it.
Completely. Oh, totally. She's great. I mean, really? I mean, that's the
when
thing.
she just like fucking. Well, I'll talk about. Well, Flash is like, well, I'll talk about the thing with two heads, but it's time to go to jail now. And she's like what he said and just fucking unloads into Monster Luthor.
Oh, yeah, dude. That's great. Just pops off. I haven't really, I mean, we didn't really, it doesn't need like full elaboration, but like I said the other time, the music has just remained so consistent, but like the voice acting is just so fucking good throughout. And like, especially because now, I mean, you know, they've kept adding more and more and more characters, and just how long the show is, like, there's not really, I mean, there's probably a few whiffs along the way, but I can't, you know, there's not enough for me to remember them. Like, it's all just really good. It's crazy.
It's mostly most of the whiffs for me are like this movie. We couldn't get the actor back.
Yeah. No, not really counting that stuff, but that's that's different. It's not. There's not been times where they cast someone originally who is then like mediocre, generally speaking.
Well, original Alfred was less good.
Less good, but not bad or anything. Like I was as a
real Alfred. Real Alfred is 11 out of 10.
It's golden. Yeah. But like as a first time watcher, I was not. It's not like I was like, oh, he got so.
It's
much
really
better.
we have like being used to Alfred and then going back and watching.
Sure.
Like the first episode and hearing wrong Alfred, it's just like it's disorienting.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like that one.
Again, that's like going backwards problem.
Yeah. Like I guess sort of, not even that it was bad, but like Superman in Batman Beyond, having Jor-El's voice actor, like that was kind of weird. Coming off that animated series Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also a change, not a like initial flub, really.
Yeah. Because a lot of the actors, they're not voice actors, but they are like character actors with good, interesting voices.
Yeah,
was like a lot of the approach Andrea Romano had to casting the show.
That makes sense.
A lot of these are like actors who like who did like had long live action careers or whatever. They're just fucking really good actors.
I mean, that's happened like every time I check a fucking page. It's like, oh, they've been in like 8,000 different things.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Industry veterans.
I guess the whiff is for how many fights Atom Smasher gets that he doesn't have a fucking line.
Yeah, that's like, weird.
That's just weird. Shining Knight gets lines.
Vigilante gets hella lines.
Vigilante gets
too many
lines. But yeah, that's the season of TV. We got one more.
And
then we're done.
More. fucking wild.
And then we're out of Justice League.
Yeah.
SaltCirclePodcast@gmail.com. SaltCirclePod on Twitter. Anchor.fm/SaltCircle. I'm on Twitter @ComicPanels. YouTube.com/@SaltCircle.
I'm on YouTube @Drathius. Letterboxd @Drathius. I keep thinking about creating a website. It's not gonna happen, but like, it'd be pretty sick to say Drathius.com. In another life, maybe.
I look forward to talking about the next season.
Hell yeah! Oh, I'm fucking ready. I'm so fucking stoked after this one. Like, the hype is not that I've ever been like not stoked to keep going, right? But like, this is just, you're coming off of a high and you know there's more. You get another hit. It's very good. Very excited.
Man, you know, this is they blew their load. They thought they were done. What could be next? What could be next?
Yeah, dude, that too. Like, what could be next? It could be anything.
They had to come up with something.
I'm excited to find out what it is.
Peace.
Peace.